Hello and welcome everyone. This is Type V3 with a gunplay review of the 1 to 1/44th scale, high-grade Gundam Vual. Piloted by Rosario Leone and featured in the Gundam Iron-Blooded Orphans manga side story, this would be the mobile suit to eventually wear the Astaroth Origins armor. This is a minimal high grade, only comprised of 7 parts in total, 2 of which being a set of polycaps and a foil sticker sheet. Of the remaining 5 plastic frames, there's not much here that's entirely new. The core of the build uses the ever-familiar HG IBO Gundam frame, and most of the armor comes directly from the Astaroth Origin kit, only in black. The other colors on offer are white, gray, and purple. The build itself is completely unsurprising for IBO veterans and shouldn't pose too much trouble for everyone else. Now before we move on, I have to admit that the HG Gundam frame is starting to show signs of fatigue after being used for the majority of Iron-Blooded Orphans. My copy of the Vual is incredibly loose, with parts consistently falling off of it. It's a shame, but entirely expected at this point. Straight assembly complete, and the Vual has a decent appearance to it. Overall, the proportions and sculpting are accurate and match up nicely with the line art. Part separation is decent for what it is. Colors are also good. Then again, with a mostly black Gundam, there's not much that could have gone wrong here. Now, the only real new addition is the head sculpt, and it's definitely fantastic. It's sharp and menacing with those red stickered eyes. Other stickers on the kit include the single purple elbow, the base of the leg booster, and the gray sections in the heels, all of which are awful and should either be painted in or ignored altogether. As for panel lining, I think focusing your efforts on the purple pieces are the only real necessity. The HG Vual stands at 5 inches tall, and when viewed alongside the other Astaroth model kits, it's easier to see the resemblance. Accessories come in 2 parts. First is the glaive and an angled right hand. It's a straightforward melee option that could definitely use some detailing. The second and more interesting set of accessories are the Vual's dual shields and hammer. The spike shield pegs onto the left shoulder, and its large stickers are acceptable in presentation. The round shield is both held in the right hand and clipped onto the Gundam's forearm. Finally, the hammer is a static melee weapon that is arguably more appealing than the glaive. While it's neat to have 2 display options for the Vual, the armored-up version is the superior display choice. For articulation, there's a double ball socket neck, ball socket waist, and an ab crunch. There's ball socket arms connected to an upwards polycap. There's independent shoulder pads, a shoulder hinge, bicep swivels, single joint at the elbow, ball socket wrists, and a hinge socket for the left shield. Side skirts have some adjustment. Hips are on universal joints, there's limited double jointed knees, with the feet connected by ball sockets with a dedicated ankle tilt. Finally, the backpack can be remounted to access the hinge. Like with previous IBO HGs featuring the Gundam frame, the upper body is flexible with its main limitations at the knees. There is almost nothing new, or interesting for that matter, about the 1 to 1/44th scale high-grade Gundam Vual. The core of the build uses the Iron-Blooded Orphans Gundam frame, and the armor is mostly sourced from the HG Astaroth Origin. So I think it's safe to assume that if you've enjoyed the source materials, then chances are you'll enjoy what the Vual is all about. I think the most important aspect about this release is just its quality. The HG Gundam Vual is a loose and floppy model kit, and unless you address this issue by either gluing pieces in or tightening joints, it will be nothing but a constant frustration. And that's a bit of a shame for me because I love the mean aesthetic and I enjoy the simplicity of its accessories, and had it not been for these quality issues, the Vual would have easily stood out as one of my favorite kits from Iron-Blooded Orphans. As is, it's a good but seriously flawed release. But that's all from me. Thanks for watching, hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you when the Renaissance begins.